Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Keely and welcome back to Vlogmas Day 5. Tonight we are finishing up this beanie. Now, if you watched yesterday's vlog, we're quite a lot further along than we were yesterday. And I apologize, I didn't film any of it, but I was knitting on this the whole time while we were watching the episode 4, which is the mid-season finale of Stranger Things. So it was an hour and a half long and I got to get some good knitting done. Now with the pattern that I am doing, to have a folded brim, it says it needs to be 11 inches. And if I measure this, we are right at 10. So I need to knit exactly 1 inch and then I can start doing the decreases. So with the end of the year approaching, it always feels like the month is just flying by. But doing Vlogmas and having a counter like this is making me realize how much quicker it feels like it's going by, if that makes sense. Because I'll be at work and have my day job and I'll do that. I'll come home and I play with the puppy. I don't think I've mentioned, but he's an Australian Shepherd, and so he just has a lot of energy all the time. So play with him, make sure Ben and I will take them on a walk, and then we'll have dinner, and you know, by that time it's like already 8 o'clock, 8:30. before I can get to sit down and do any kind of crafting, which is sad, but it is what it is. That's what happens sometimes. But I'm just happy that I am able to craft at some point. I love this hobby. The knitting and the crocheting, I really have stuck with it, and I kind of just like fell in love with it when I first started. So I'm just really thankful that I found crochet and knitting. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So December is just flying by, and I made a list earlier in the year of presents I want to make for my family members, because like I mentioned last vlog, I wanted to hand make everybody something this year, and just that would help me get some practice on crochet and all that fun stuff. So I had made a list, and I've made 2 blankets for people. I've made 3. So I made the star blanket for somebody. I made this granny square blanket. It's just a giant granny square blanket. Made that. I've made this Halloween blanket now that I have sitting off over to the side. I've made a few beanies. I still need to make, so my brother-in-law, his favorite Pokemon is the Chandelure. I don't know what generation Pokemon that is, but I'm pretty sure it's like one of the newer generations. And so last year I told myself I was gonna try to make that Pokemon for him from scratch, because I did look for a pattern for it, and the patterns I found didn't really speak to me. So I thought, you know, I crochet, I can definitely do this. So I set out and I started, and I don't know if you know what the Chandelure Pokemon looks like, but it's like it sounds, and it's just like a chandelier Pokemon with purple and black, and it's got like little flames, and I'll try to insert a picture somewhere So I wanted to make that for him. So I made the body last year with all the intent to finish it off, and I never did. So I really need to try to finish that up and make the arms for it and make the flames and just kind of figure that all out. I have a Bulbasaur Pokemon that I finished for my brother, so that is ready to go. I have another blanket idea, and I don't know who I'm gonna give this one to, but the Red Heart all-in-one flower power granny squares, actually have one beside me. All of these like granny squares that come in all the different colors, I thought it would be really cool to make all of these and make them into a blanket. So all year I've been working on those here and there, and I have like a whole basket full of those squares, and I just need to put them together. And so that'll be another blanket for somebody. I'm not sure who yet. It might actually be for my dad. He's been sending me like these quilts, and he's like, oh, can you make this and can you make that? And I have to tell him that that's a different technique for blanket making. It's quilting and not crocheting. And so I've been telling him, I was like, well, I can't make exactly what you're wanting, but I can maybe do something like it. So it sounds like he just wants some sort of like Afghan blanket. So I may end up just putting all those flower power squares together and gifting that to him. I think he would really appreciate that. Oh, my husband's family are really into pool, or you might know it by another name, but it's billiards. And so that's with like the 8 balls, or the 8 ball, and like the 1 through 15, I think is what it goes up to. And so I thought it would be a cool idea, since I'm trying to get practice, is knit a couple of beanies for them, and then I could surface crochet an 8 onto the front of the beanie so that it's like an 8 ball beanie. That might be a cool idea. The blankets, I have literally been working on them all year. So like I said, I kind of started last year on giving people some handmade gifts, and I didn't start until I want to say like August. You know, if you crochet or you knit, you know, these projects can take a long time, especially if you're trying to make a blanket. I knew this year, if that's what I wanted to do, I needed to start really early, and I did. So I think right after Christmas, actually, I decided I need to get some yarn for everybody that I want to make a blanket for and just start. So that has kind of worked out pretty well. Okay, I just finished that row I was working on. So let's remeasure, and we are at 10.5 now. So we need to do this one more row, and then we can start closing it up. Okay, and another beanie / Christmas present is made. I think it looks really nice and it's gonna go perfectly with its other half. So really happy I was able to finish this tonight. I was pulling from 2 skeins of yarn, and this is how much I had left of each skein. So we used the perfect amount. Actually, both of these skeins were able to make, like both of them together made 2 beanies total. So very good use of yarn here, I would say. But that is going to be the end of today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all tomorrow for day 6.